Good afternoon and welcome to another McHugh Media broadcast. Now today I'm going to be covering how you are letting your children and possibly even yourself unbeknownst watch satanic ritualism in music in the pop industry. I'm also going to be covering things like at www that you would type into your search bar, and also things like where we get the word fox from. Okay, like for Fox News and Fox Entertainment and foxybingo.com and all sorts of foxes out there. So we're going to be covering that today. Now I was going to cover how Disney are brainwashing your kids with their cartoons and their films, but I'm going to cover that during the week. I've scheduled a slot to cover that during the week. So today we're just going to be covering basically the pop industry and how the pop industry are brainwashing your kids with satanic symbolism. Okay, so I'm just going to start off today by running some numbers and letters past you. Could be quite interesting if you bear with me here. Now, the www is an acronym for World Wide Web, as we all know. Now, it's normally used as a prefix or first node for the internet domain names, right? So it's widely accepted that it means World Wide Web, but there's always secret messages encoded within anything that the Illuminati own. And believe me, guys, the Illuminati own the internet. They own Google. They own Microsoft. They own everything. Okay, right, so the Hebrew and Greek alphabet does not have separate characters or alphabets for numbers and letters are also used as numbers. So each letter is of its numerical value. Right, so Hebrew equivalent of our W, the English W, is the letter Vav or Wa. Okay, now the numerical value of Vav is 6. Right, so the English www translated into Hebrew is Vav, 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 which means numerically is 666. So they're always going to incorporate something of a satanic nature into everyday things that you do, like just searching for something, you know, www. whatever, and you type it into your search bar. Little beknownst to yourself, you're actually typing in 666 www vav vav vav. So this is the way they're always going to try and incorporate their satanic crap into everyday life. Now there's another couple of little figures and numbers here that might be of interest to you. Okay, now I was having a look at this one. If you look at the top line of numbers there from 1 to 9, you'll see that 6 falls right where F, O and X is, right? So, you know, in our English alphabet, that's where it falls, and it also spells fox. Okay, now I thought that this might have been a bit of crap, so I went and I had a look at a different way to do it. Now you'll see that 6 represents F, so F is the 6th letter of the alphabet, and then O is the 15th, and if you add the 1 and the 5 together you get 6, and then 24th is X, 24 is X, so if you add the 2 and the 4 you're going to get 6. So this leads us to things like Fox News, 666 News, 20th Century Fox, the Devil's films, or you know, Devil's Entertainment. Then they try to romanticize it by having little things in Disney, and I'm getting to Disney soon. I'll be talking about Disney and the Illuminati crap that goes on in Disney for your kids to watch. But then you have your little things like foxybingo.com, and yeah, everything's, you know, fox in your face, and fox essentially is numerically 666. So this is how they try to incorporate it into your everyday life. And I mean, it's easier to access your kids now with the technology they have with their iPads and iPods and iPhones and what have you. It's been happening for years. It's easier to hit the kids these days with the technology. Now, the music industry is no different. Now, the symbology behind this covering of one eye is the all-seeing eye of Horus, okay? It's the Babylonian goddess. Now, these people are not doing this because it's a fashion trend. They do it because they are told to do it by their Illuminati and puppet masters. Now, none of them look happy, if you notice, to do it, but they're told, yeah, you've just got to cover one eye and do what we tell you. This is the message that we're trying to deliver to little kids and to their families and to your mummies and daddies. Just go out and buy Beyoncé and Rihanna DVDs and CDs and just let your kids listen to this crap. So this is the more subtle one, just the covering of the one eye with the hand. Now, they try to get a little bit more subtle where they actually use things like hair to cover the one eye, but it's the same meaning, it's the same thing. As long as one eye is covered, it's showing affiliation to the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye. Now, here we go again. do not enter, sellotape wrapped around her eye, you know, as long as one eye is covered, it doesn't matter. And there's one there sneakily done with the hair, that just very, very subtly, and this is what your kids are listening to every day and watching, or you're letting them. And hopefully I'm going to try and educate us. Now this other one here, the covering of the eye with the circled fingers, the thumb and the forefinger, now it represents 6. Now the extended 3 fingers that they put up represents 3. So you've got your 3 6s. So this is, and this is not me guessing this. This is fact. You can Google this on the internet. It's you know, it's just that I take the time to look into these things because I don't want my grandchildren or whatever watching this crap, and I certainly don't want to let them watch any of this crap or any of these Illuminati puppeteers, right? So the 3, the finger with the 3 extended fingers, the 666. This is a very popular one. Now this next image coming up is very interesting because not only is she doing the 3 6s, but she's also doing the shh, and this is, you know, forbidden to speak about the occult, forbidden to speak about Satan and the Illuminati agenda and the Illuminati plan. But all these pop stars are required to do this. It's they're required to prance around stage half naked and throw up satanic devil hand signals for your children to watch, and unfortunately a lot of parents don't know and they're just letting their kids listen and watch this crap. Now here's an old one from the Beatles. Most of you won't remember them, but when I was a lad I used to listen to these guys, and there you can see the 3 6s clearly held up, and on the other side you can see the devil's horns. That's the hand signal for the devil's horns. That's another one that the pop industry love to do. They love to throw up the devil's hand sign. Well, anyway, Paul McCartney and John Lennon, well, more John Lennon. John Lennon was going to expose the Illuminati occult crap in the music industry, and he was shot dead. So that just tells you how far they'll go to protect their interests and to keep people quiet about their satanic agenda. Michael Jackson also and Whitney Houston, that's another story, but these people weren't happy with the satanic cult that they had got themselves involved in and they were going to expose, and lo and behold they mysteriously died of overdoses and what have you, and there's a whole big controversy over that. But I mean, people need to be more in touch and in tune to what they're letting their children watch and listen to. And as I say, I'm not guessing none of this stuff, guys. This is fact. It can be accessed on the internet. You know, all it takes is just half an hour of your time just to research some of the stuff that I'm saying here, and you'll see for yourself how corrupt the music industry is. It's always been corrupt, as I say. It's been happening for hundreds of years, ever since music began. But it's just so easier to do these days with the technology. As I say, the kids, you know, all kids have smartphones now and iPads and iPods and what have you. So they're just easier to control, easier to brainwash now. It's more easier now than it's ever been, and it's just going to get easier with more and more technology that they're bringing out, like the Oculus Ridge, the eye goggles and stuff. Guys, I've put the information out there. It's up to yourselves what you want to do with it. You can choose to ignore it, and you can choose to be a puppet of the Illuminati. You can choose to let your children listen to the satanic bullshit that they're pumping into their heads, brainwashing them with their lyrics. That's another story I'll do again someday. I'll actually show you the lyrics that are in some of these fucking clowns' songs. But I was going to cover Disney today, but this video is getting a bit long. So I will cover Disney. I'll probably do Disney during the week and expose what's happening and what your kids are watching on TV. Also, you know, they're not just listening to this crap, they're watching it as well when they watch TV. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in again, guys. And as usual, join me again tomorrow. Have a nice day and be well.